Hi, this is William Wolf from Chittagong Independent University. Today I want to talk about flashcards, especially how to go from life to flashcards, life to dictionary to flashcards. On another video I talk how to go from written things, books and magazines and newspapers, how to go from written texts to the dictionary to flashcards. But today I want to talk about how to go from life. Now what do I mean? Especially when I say from life, this is probably going to be from listening or speaking, not from writing. It's usually easier to go from writing. Why? Because the words stay on the page. If I want to learn Bengali and there's a word I don't know, it's right here. I can see how it's spelled. If I'm studying Bengali and I hear someone say a word, it's often hard for me to understand what they said or remember. It's harder to go from listening to the dictionary to flashcards. Same thing if you're listening in English, it's harder to go from life to the dictionary to the flashcards, but you still want to do this. So what are some ways you can do this? Well, I would say the first, so one way is by listening. But the other way is by thinking. Many times when you are studying a language, you will be talking and you'll think, oh, how do I say that word in this language? For example, when I was studying Bengali, I wanted to know the word to find. How do I say to find? I need to find a book. Not see, but find. So one way to do that is get a dictionary that goes from your language to the language you are studying. So for me, I have an English-Bengali dictionary. So this can be one way. A word that I think of in English, I look for the word in Bengali, and then I will find many different definitions. So for example, if I did this with find, I will look up F-I-N-D, and it will give me several different definitions right here. But if you do this, you should never just use a dictionary, your language, to the target language. Do that first. Then when you find those words, then you should go to target language, to your first language. So for me, that means if I think of a word in English, to find, I use the English Bengali word, I find the Bengali word. But then to double check and make sure the meaning is really what I want, I need to go to the Bengali to English word. Imagine you are Bangladeshi and you are learning English, okay? And you want to know the word shamoy. Oh, what's the English word for shamoy, okay? Well, you look up in a dictionary and you find the word time. But you need to go then to an English Bangla dictionary and you will look up the word time and you will find out there's at least two different meanings, shamoy and bar. Okay? English uses the same word, time, but Bangla will use two different words, shamoy and bar. So this is a reminder for you when you want to go from life to a flashcard, use a dictionary to flashcard to improve your language, make sure you have to use both dictionaries. I know that's difficult, I know that seems boring, but it's very necessary. So this is one way. Another way, if you hear something, you can try to write something down and ask a friend. Oh, I heard somebody say this. How do you spell this word? Look up in a dictionary. That's another way you can do this. The good thing about going from life to dictionary to flashcard is you can get vocabulary on many topics that you need. So imagine you're an American like me living in Bangladesh, and you want to go and buy something for your camera. Okay? If you read Kakababu stories, or if you read a book about the 1971 Liberation War, a diary, or if you read a travel story from 120 years ago, you will not learn the vocabulary you need to buy a battery for your digital camera. You need to use a dictionary. So that's why we want to do at least two ways. Text, dictionary flashcard, but also life dictionary flashcard. And from life dictionary flashcard, there's at least two important ways. One is through listening, and then one is thinking. For listening, try to write down the word, look in a dictionary, and use it. For thinking, use two dictionaries. The first dictionary is your mother tongue, to the language that you want to learn, then get the other dictionary from the language you want to learn back into your mother tongue, and use that to make flashcards. I know this seems difficult, and it is, but that's why learning a language is a very interesting but difficult and very time-consuming activity. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of time, but step by step, you can do it.